Alright, welcome race fans. Here we are for another edition of MaxSpeedTV. Here we are at Charlotte with the Midnight Motorsports Group. Going to run 94 laps here tonight. You guys have been out here practicing, and I'm telling you what, they have got a killer set up here for tonight. Hopefully the racing is as good as they promise, but we'll see. As they're getting ready here to wrap up the final few minutes of practice. It's about 17 and a half minutes here or so, and ready to get this thing going. These guys are pretty anxious. So make sure you got something to drink, and thanks for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate all of you viewers, and hopefully you enjoy the show. Roger will be joining me here in a little bit in the booth, and we'll get this thing kicked off in style. All right, a little less than 5 minutes here till qualifying time starts, so hang with us here, folks. Glad to have you. Thanks for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV, watching the Midnight Motorsports Group here at Charlotte tonight for 94 laps. Okay, we're about a minute out here of qualifying, and Roger, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about tonight's race. You've been able to watch all these drivers out here turning laps and helping a few of them. What do you think the drivers got a good grip on the track tonight, and we think we're going to look for a good race?
I think the track has a good grip all around, on the drivers, on the trucks, on the tires, on everything else. I think we should see a really good race. I mean, this place is so sticky. You've really got to get your truck set up loose to be, fast here. And I know the setup that I was working with a couple of the drivers, scary a little bit, but not unmanageable. And if everybody minds their P's and Q's just a little bit tonight, we'll see some good side-by-side racing. We'll see some great drafting. And we should see a really, really fast, really awesome race here tonight.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Charlotte, one of my favorite places here to broadcast. And man, I'll tell you what, no better vehicle to run on here than the trucks. It's just amazing. All right, well, looks like we're going to qualifying here, Roger. So we're going to go ahead and get this set up, and we'll play our national anthem for everybody.
we take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, Roger, we're back here, ready to get this thing underway. Boy, lots of good times coming in right now. Doug Lemon's on the top.
Yeah, everybody, there's a 359 from Doug, keeping him on the top, but everybody was in the fours there in the top three. I expect to see a couple of guys get down into the mid threes here and the low threes, so if any practice is any indication. Sean Butler not backing up his practice time at all.
Yeah, wonder what's up with that. Stephen Pearson
Probably got loose.
And Rick Walker with a 28.5. Wow, gonna put
There's
him
Butler with a 43. That's a lot closer to where he was.
much better. Yeah, Marty Sponsler, no big surprise there. I kind of looked for him to be on the pole tonight.
I'm kind of looking for Sullenberger to get there. He was really good in practice.
Yep, I forgot about him. Mark Russell, kind of disappointed with that time.
I bet you he is too.
Yeah, 660, not really characteristic of him to turn in that low of a time if they're turning in 28 threes.
It's real easy to get the truck a little too loose and make a small mistake here. And it's really easy to come off of one of these corners and just barely brush the wall too. So
yeah, that knocks Mark back to, boy, 10th place. Look at David Lowe coming in with that 28.440. Jeez, oh man, very fast lap.
Joe Holt at the same time as Doug Lemons.
Look at that, man. I got him as a 359 and Doug with a 360, but
I have both of them as a 359, so
must have been like a couple hundreds of a thousandths difference between them to put him on the top. But man, yeah, Sullenberger hasn't even turned a lap yet. I wonder what's up with that. Maybe he's going to start in the back.
Well, you better hurry up because he's only got 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Unless he intends to start at the back tonight.
Yeah, that could be a possibility. A pretty good sized field. What about 21, 22 drivers, I think?
Something like that. 21.
Very good.
Right, winded down to it. And apparently, Joe Holt is going to hold our pole tonight.
Man, that's pretty amazing.
Good for him.
Yes, sir.
Now it's all about hanging on to the draft. Not wearing out your right front tire.
All right, let's get down here a little closer and we'll run down through the grid, Roger. All right, Joe Holt, congratulations to him, starting on a pole with a 28.359. Doug Lemons with the exact same time coming in second in the number 70. Boy, I don't know how that's decided, Roger, for the exact same time, but Marty
10 thousandths of a second.
Yep. Marty Sponsler in third in the number 11. Get back here on him. In fourth, the number 88 of Sean Butler. Fifth, starting in the fifth spot here, the number 55 of David Lowe. Ron Coles in the number 30, starting sixth. William Toney in the number 87, starting seventh. In eighth place, the number 15 of Stephen Gugel. In ninth, the number 10 of Mark Wright. And rounding out the top 10, Rick Walker in the number 68. Roger?
Stephen Pearson will start the 83 in the 11th position. 12th will go to Mark Russell in the 9th. Matt Watkins will start his 03 truck in the 13th position tonight. Kevin Davis starts 14th in the 02. Travis Sollenberger, no qualifying time tonight. He's going to start 15th in the 66 truck. Brian Viola will start his number 17 truck in 16th position. Now, I'm showing David Robleski supposed to start in the 17th position in the 21, but I know he's going to miss the start. Paul Henley in the 16 truck will start 18th. Jason Seislow will start 20th in the 44 truck. Nicholas Stone will start the 29 and 22nd position. And I believe that rounds out the field because the 112 of Devin Morgan has withdrawn from the event.
Okay, all right. All right, well, big congratulations to Joe Holt, man. Well-deserved time. Him and Doug Lemons, man, both running the same exact times. Man, what are the odds of that?
Slim.
Yeah, slim to none. All right, driver's waiting here for the command to get going.
About 141, 42 miles tonight. 94 laps. Super fast track. I mean, you're doing 190, 192 when you peel it off in the corner here. Yeah, that's getting it for a truck.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to say, I probably shouldn't say this, but you know, this track is really just not 3-wide friendly, but we're going to probably see some 3-wide racing here. Now, if these guys can hold it, man, I'm telling you what, my hat's off to them.
I see 18 trucks rolling off the grid right now. And I know that Robleski is going to be here. He just could not get to the start of the race.
Yeah.
Well, he's in third with points right now. So he needs to collect a few anyway.
Yeah, and he just won here a couple weeks ago, and man, was he ever pumped up about that. I believe that was at Phoenix, wasn't it?
I think it was at Michigan.
Or Michigan, yeah, Michigan, I'm sorry.
All right, buddy. Getting ready to have this pace car drop off here. Pace car is in. Green. Green flag in the air, and we are underway, Rudy.
All right, good start by everybody. Yeah, Doug Lemons trying to get a command out there in the front. Boy, I don't know. He does have the line coming out of the turn, but Joe Holt powers it by him and slides it up in front of him.
Oh, Matt Watkins really loose through 1 and 2, and he got it saved up, but he lost about 4 spots right there. Sean Butler loses a couple spots. Had to be gentle. Oh, there goes one. Oh, it may not be. It may be. Yeah, he's going to get turned.
Oh, we got wreckage going on.
Yeah, no yellow yet.
Stephen Gugel goes out across the grass, and boy, he has got some serious damage on that truck.
Yeah, Sizelove is hurt.
Boy,
William Toney.
And no caution. And they got no resets. Caution. No resets in here, so.
There's 1 and 3 and 4 going around. Ron Coles. 30 truck.
Yep. kind of late afterwards, but we'll go back here and check it
Well,
out.
he lost that on his own the next lap. It's really slick here on first go up. But that was just a case of a driver got down in there and the truck just got away from him down in turn 3 and 4. I think he shorted his entry a little. He came in a little shallow, tried to crank it down the center of the corner, and here there's a bump in the middle of that corner, and that is just not where you want to try to crank on the wheel, because this thing bounces just a little bit,
Yeah.
and that will upset the balance, and the right rear will lose grip for you.
Well, he sure did, man, and he did hit the wall pretty hard, but you know, he really doesn't have a whole bunch of damage. Not like Stephen Gugel. Man, Gugel's got a ton of damage on that truck. Ron Cole sits there and makes sure the whole field gets by before he does move, so man, that's great. He's been on pit road, got his service, back out.
Yeah, he was talking to the guys too, telling them I'm sitting right here in the middle of 4, I'm not moving.
Yep.
So as they saw him sitting there, they had a chance to make a decision where they wanted to go.
Well, that's pretty awesome. That's going to put him clear back in 17th position. The front 4 guys did not pit. Everybody else did pit, though.
Yeah, I think Viola did not pit either. He started from the pits, I believe, and he caught up now.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. Yep, front 5. Yeah, Brian Viola there in 5th. I guess as they come
Whoa! We almost had a big wreck in turn 1 with guys coming off of pit road and going up on the track, and we had some trucks trying to catch up.
Oh, man.
Jason Seisler appears to be done for the night.
Yeah,
He was part of that initial wreck.
And he was so fast in practice, too. Man.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, I hated that, you know, just in the first couple laps of the race that people are taking out. Man, just ruins your whole night right there. Still got some guys coming down pit road.
That's Brian Viola. He's probably going to go to the back here again because he wants to stay out of the big mess. Looks like he's got maybe William Toney coming in behind him. Yep, William Toney's going to be coming down pit road. Back into his truck, mashed up just a little, creased in the middle, like he got hit in the back bumper real hard.
Yeah, Viola changing right sides and left sides.
Nick Stone in, getting the right side of his truck worked on.
Yeah, he's got a ton of damage on that truck. It looks like
Mark Russell's truck is destroyed all across the front and down the right side.
Oh my.
He's coming on pit road.
Oh my, is that thing ever.
He's got him a nice snowplow working there.
Yes, he does. And boy, and he was so fast too, and that's just a shame.
That happened right off the get-go. Happened on lap 1.
Dang. All right, back up here to the leaders. Joe Holt still leading them around. These guys chomping at the bit, ready to get this thing back underway. They want to run some more green flag laps, not them yellow flag laps. So that's going to put Doug Lemon second, Marty Sponsler third, Sean Butler fourth, Travis Sullenberger fifth, David Lowe sixth, Matt Wilkins seventh, Kevin Davis eighth, Mark Wright ninth, and Stephen Gugel in the top 10.
One truck out of the race. All but one truck on the lead lap, and David Robleski is 2 laps down.
Yeah, Nicholas Stone's 1 lap
Nick
down.
Stone's a lap down now too, is my ticker updates. So
Yeah.
some guys looking for some wave around. Drivers coming off pit road late. Steve Pearson. And I'm not sure who is behind him. I want to say this is Paul Henley.
They're going to miss the start really. Well, they're going to be way behind.
Yeah, now they're caught up now in turn 3 here. Alright. Getting ready for that pace car to make that hard left turn. And there it goes on the pit road. Green flag in the air. Underway one more time. Lap 7.
Rick Walker come off a pit road late there. Starting to catch up to the back of the field though. But boy, he is all up to full speed and ready to catch up.
Yeah, he had some rear end damage because he and Mark Russell definitely in that very first incident happened off of turn 4. Look at this bid for the lead. Lemon's got inside. Holt off of 2. He's really trying to keep him square going down through 3 and 4. He should be able to hold him and lead this lap right here. But Holt with a great run off the corner. Wow.
Yeah.
That was an excellent run off the corner. Oh, Lemon's real loose. Gets
no.
in the sponsor and into Holt.
That's, man. And that's what I was kind of afraid of that would happen there. Them guys racing that hard. I wanted to get on Sponsler there. If I can find him. Where the heck is he? There he is. And watch these guys as they come around here. Them two up front battling as hard as they're doing. I was afraid that was going to happen, Roger.
Well, first couple laps, man, these trucks were really loose at the bottom, and I think Doug knew that, and he was trying really hard to keep it down there, but it just wiggled so hard. He had to chase it up the hill. He couldn't do anything. And Sponsor looks like he's about to have that engine let go.
Well, you know, there was a lot of net code between Doug Lemons and Joe Holt. If you look at it, nobody touched Joe Holt.
Yeah, there was some net code there. I got the 11 and the 70 making contact, but the Joe Holt's truck just, wow, I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, Sponsor kind of got into the back of Doug Lemons, but yeah, no contact between anybody and Joe Holt. But I'm looking at the back end here of Joe Holt's truck. Let me get to a little better view. And the back end does get damage on it. Almost like somebody did hit it. It buckles in just like Doug Lemons would have hit it.
Yeah, and that's probably a product of the net code because the game could not tell exactly who was where, and it just put those two together.
That's unfortunate. We hate to see that, you know, especially this early in the game. But brand new leader out front, Travis Sullenberger, ready to get this thing back going again. But this will be his first lead, and it's kind of unfortunate for Doug Lemons that he did not get the lead that lap. It looks like Sponsor may be out of the race.
Yeah, I think his engine was destroyed.
Oh, man. I didn't even think he hit that hard.
So Nick Stone took the way around last time. That means that David Robleski will be your lucky dog the next time, providing no one else ends up a lap down.
All right, and that'll put him at only 1 lap down instead of 2.
No, I believe he's going to be held at 2 laps down because he pitted.
Okay, yep.
And right now you're showing Joe Holt and Marty Sponsler 1 lap down, but Joe Holt just went his 2nd lap down, and he is still sitting on pit road.
Dang. Quite a few.
He took a lot of damage.
A lot of them on pit road.
Viola headed back out.
Nick Stone finally heading back out. Joe Holt still sitting there. Man, that truck is just really tore up.
Robleski finally rolling off. Mark Russell sitting on pit road still.
Yeah, I don't think these guys were really thinking that, this would be this bad, but these front guys up front here, they're really doing a great job. Matt Watkins now in 4th, Mark Wright 5th, Ron Cole 6th, Rick Walker up to 7th, Doug Lemons 8th, Kevin Davis 9th, and Steve Gugel in 10th.
And the 9 truck has decided that they have way too much damage, and they're going to go ahead and roll that thing up in the hauler and head out.
Very unfortunate for them guys. Man, oh man. Hate to see Mark Russell and Marty Sponsler, 2 of the guys that were pretty fast out here, and probably could have seen them at victory lane tonight, or at least on the podium, and now they're out of the race.
Yeah, it's a big blow for that team, because those guys race together. They're usually really quick.
Who's poking you?
You heard that?
Yeah.
That was a driver who's no longer part of the event.
Aww.
So I guess the engine expired, Mark.
She did. I guess that damage I got in that prior incident there. I ran into the back of Rick Walker twice there, early off there.
Yeah, we saw that. There was no caution for that. I saw you had a bunch of damage. I didn't know that the engine had expired on that truck. This is becoming a little too frequent talking to you way early in the race.
Yeah, you're telling me, Roger. Had not been a good season for me.
We hated to see that Goodwrench Chevrolet all boogered up like it was, but man, it was pretty awesome truck in practice we were watching. Well, these guys ready to get these going.
Yeah, let us get this restart going, Mark, and we'll come back to you. Pace car ducks off. Waiting on Sollenberger and Butler here on the front row, and green, back underway. Ooh, he spun the tires just a little bit. Sollenberger did just a shade right there. That's going to let Butler stay even down in here in the 1, Rudy. If he can maintain that, he should be able to get a good run on the 2. No, David Lowe, wow.
Man.
That's the right.
That was
Come out with the lead.
That was a push from hell right there, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he almost got the 88. That got Sollenberger out of the groove. Butler's going to go by, and I bet you when he sets sail going after Lowe, he's probably not going to be real excited if he doesn't just kind of give a little room, because he almost took him out on that restart.
Yes, he did. It was all over the back bumper of that truck. David Lowe out front, though, and man, he's pulling away from these guys.
Yeah, Joe Holt's on track. He's way off pace, but he is on track, and everybody goes by. He gets the apron. Sollenberger putting up a pretty good fight on the outside of the 2nd position.
Yeah.
Right now, just cannot get where he can get in front of Butler.
Yeah, Sean had him cleared there, but boy, Sollenberger got a pretty good run coming off of 4, kept it up on the side, and Sean Butler just cannot quite get up there to clear him. There he finally did.
But
yeah.
Sollenberger will have a run, and he'll cross him over going down into 3.
Yep.
We'll be right back battling again. That's one thing that you see a lot of, especially in these big tracks with these long wide turns. If you can get any kind of run up off the top, when the guy finally doesn't get in front of you, all you can do is pull down to the inside, go right back by. Meanwhile, David Lowe seems to just be walking away from this guy. Man, he's got a fast truck tonight.
And he's out there about 3/4 of a second ahead of Sollenberger now. Mark Wright hanging right there in 4th, waiting to see what's going to happen here between 2nd and 3rd. Wants to get up there and possibly lead a lap or battle it out with David Lowe, but he's waiting to see if he can get by.
Well, these 3 guys are pretty savvy drivers, and if they will just stay together right here, they can probably run that leader back down.
Yeah, they've already cut a 10th off. Sollenberger's cut a 10th off. Well, he had it down to a 6/10. There he is, back into 6/10. And I think Sean Butler might be helping him a little bit by pushing him down the track here with that draft.
And those 2 kind of started to gap a little bit on Mark Wright here.
Well, let's go back.
Anyway, I want to real quick get back to Mark here before we have to let him go. Man, it's just several weeks out of this season so far where we talked to you way before the end, buddy. I know that's frustrating, but you look really fast in practice. I mean, did you have any expectations other than a poor qualifying effort to come in here and maybe get a win?
You know, I qualified towards the bag on purpose, thinking, you know, it's going to be brutal up front, and still got in trouble back there. Man, my truck was a hot rod. Really got to thank Joe Holt tonight. He fine-tuned that baby for me, and that thing was blistering fast.
You guys looked really fast. The whole bunch looked pretty fast in practice tonight. And I thought maybe you just had a slip in qualifying. I didn't know that was by design to qualify that far back. But you were making your way up there. That big incident off of 4 didn't bring out even a caution. But we did watch you get into the back of Walker twice trying to avoid it. It's just unfortunate your truck didn't survive from that.
Yeah. Thanks for the call out there. Yeah. Pretty tore up.
Well, we're going to be in Chicago next week. Are you already preparing for that, or had you just really not thought about it, trying to get through this week first?
Yep, no, hadn't thought about it at all. Just working this week. That's pretty much what I do. I don't get too far ahead. Otherwise, it messes up my rhythm.
Well, I understand that, buddy. Well, like I said earlier, unfortunately, we got to talk to you this early in the race, but it's always fun talking to you. Hopefully, one of these weeks we're going to talk to you on the podium.
There you go. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next week, huh?
All right,
buddy.
We're hoping to see you on the podium next week, Mark.
There you go. Thanks, Sid.
Thanks.
What a battle we got shaping up for the lead right here, Rudy. He had position on low and just couldn't get it. I think he got a little loose in the middle, but Sean Butler is right there putting the pressure on the both of them.
Yeah. He's been pushing Sullenberger. I was watching him. He is just all over the back of him. Matter of fact, I'm going to ride along here with Sean Butler, and let's keep an eye on what's going to happen between those guys. Because, boy, David Lowe is just so strong on that high side. He gets a great run coming off of 4 and stays ahead of Sullenberger. Sullenberger not giving up, though. He comes off a 2 here and does have a nose up under Lowe, but Lowe giving him the room. Sullenberger might have him this time, though. Boy, coming to the line. Who's it going to be, Sullenberger or Lowe? Ooh, I think it was Sullenberger that time. Yes.
Well, while these three race each other like this, they'll let Mark Wright close that gap because he was back there about 3 tenths. Now he's right in the middle of this.
Yes, sir. We got a 4-truck battle for the lead. Boy, Lowe is not giving up on that high side at all. Maybe this time, boy. Oh, Sean Butler going to move into second, but can't clear Lowe. Lowe gets really loose coming off of 4. And now finally squeaks it in between them, but Lowe trying to maybe the crossover. Sean keeps it down low to make sure David Lowe doesn't get in there. Dang, these guys are racing hard. They're racing like it's the last lap, Roger.
Yeah, it might be a little too aggressive for this early in the race, but I'm sure that all that running really hard on the top did not help David Lowe's tires out any, so we may see him start to fall back here pretty soon.
Yeah, he has kind of fallen back just a little, and Mark Wright right there on his tail.
Meanwhile, Butler's keeping the pressure on Sullenberger.
Oh, yeah. And that's what it's going to take here. Mark Wright maybe taking a peek on the inside of David Lowe. Take over the 3rd spot, so you're right. Lowe has maybe used up them tires.
I don't know that he necessarily has used them up, but he definitely got them hot running that hard on the outside. And you're going to have to settle in line, cool them off, be patient, hope they come back to him a little bit.
Let's go back through the field a little bit. Rick Walker has, Doug Lemons got by Rick Walker for the 5th spot. So Rick still hanging in there in 6th, though. Boy, and he's got a lot of damage on the back of that truck. Matt Watkins in 7th. I was watching him earlier tonight in practice, and he was running real well. David Robleski is 2 laps down, running in 16th, about to be picking up, well, no, he'll be probably in line for one of the wave-bys later, but Brian Viola, Brian Viola not on the track, so Robleski maybe will pick up a spot right there.
Viola is taking his truck out.
Yes, sir.
He's left to serve, basically. Watching Steve Miguel here, and he's being run down by Steve Pearson. Battle of the Steves for the 8th position.
And Pearson, luckily, I think, missed a lot of that wreckage. I know he kind of slipped through the one part, and I don't think he has any damage on that truck whatsoever. Gugel's got quite a bit of damage on that. Now Pearson looks to the inside to take over that spot. He's tired of sitting there waiting. He's got to get it in gear and get it moving. Here we are on lap 30.
Almost a third of the way through this race.
Starting to see
Butler and Sollenberger battling for the lead up here. Butler has the inside position right now, going through 3 and 4. He's not going to clear him this lap, I don't believe, but he is going to lead the lap probably.
Yes, he did. He did lead it.
He's just got a really strong truck.
I'll tell you what,
it holds on for a very long time, I know that.
Yeah, those two pretty much evenly matched right now, I'm telling you.
But Butler's got to be real careful in the corners. He can't overdrive his entries, he can't overdrive his exits, he can't use the whole track. So that's given the advantage right now to Sollenberger being on that high side. And Sollenberger's truck is really good on the high side. But Butler isn't going to mind that too much because you get your tires up to get them hot, trying to run that hard. Eventually, the guy comes back to you pretty fast. We saw that with David Lowe.
Well, I think Butler just happened to look at his relative and seeing that he did lead that lap, and I think he backed off just a touch right there before something happened. If he washed up into Sollenberger or something like that, took them both out, neither one of them would be a happy camper. So I think that was probably a good call on his part. Just back off. He led a lap, got that point, and let him come to him now.
Yeah, there's only one more lap he really cares about leading.
Yep.
That's lap 94.
We've got somebody else taking their truck behind Matt Watkins out of the race as well.
Wow.
So we're
falling
down
out like flies.
Yeah, we're
Watkins
down to,
was running in the 6th or 7th spot there.
Yeah. We're down to 14 drivers left on the track now. Robleski in 14th, running about 2 or 3 laps down to the leaders. I guess he's 2 laps down. So Mark Wright in 3rd, and David Lowe has fallen way back here, well off of the pace, 2.7 seconds behind the leaders. So, and Rick Walker, man, got back by Doug Lemons. Those two racing each other pretty hard here.
Yeah, I was watching those two a couple of laps ago, and Lemons just got really loose down the board, let Walker get back to him, and just kind of moved over and let him go, and now he's gathered it up trying to get him.
Very good, very good. Them two having a blast back here racing. In 7th, Stephen Pearson. Boy, he definitely got way by Steve Gugel. So did Kevin Davis. Kevin Davis got by him as well, going into 8th. Steve Gugel with all that damage on that truck, quite a bit on the whole front end of the truck, is pretty mangled up. And a little bit of damage on the back, but he is hanging on there in 9th spot. Ron Cole's in 10th. Another one with a lot of damage. Nicholas Stone, he's been on pit road several times trying to get the damage fixed up on that truck, but the Skag machine just not able to keep up. Yes, sir, we're right on that lead. Boy, I'm telling you, them two are really racing it up, aren't they? They're making this fun and exciting. Love it.
Solberger just keeps that outside. He's got such an advantage being out there that Butler cannot fully get back to the throttle when he needs to.
Right. And you know the thing about it though, Sullenberger's not keeping Sean pinched down there. You know, he's giving him all the room he needs to get by, because he's getting so much grip on that high side that he's got nothing to worry about. Sean Butler.
But Sean's having to be very careful because he can't wash out even a little bit on the exits.
Right.
I mean, it's really kind of a weird situation. You know, he's racing him that hard, and we're not even to halfway. But it is racing, and you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's right. Well, he does fall back in behind Sullenberger once again, and wow, very exciting racing by them two.
I think Butler just decided, I'm not going to abuse my truck anymore, and just let him back in front right there, because he didn't want to run a lot of a couple laps trying to pass him.
Yeah, he probably got them tires pretty warm right there, all that racing, both of them. Well, they're going to be coming up on some lap traffic. Let's see, Kevin Davis on pit road. Yeah, Kevin Davis on pit road. These guys probably coming up pretty close here to a green flag pit stop here. Well, halfway, anyhow. We may not see them. I don't think they need to come down pit road. Where they get about 55 laps on a tank of fuel or something?
I think it's around 50 to 52.
Yeah, so they've got a long ways. And boy, Butler right on the back bumper here of Sullenberger. I don't know. I can't say who's got the fastest truck because they're both so equal right now.
Well, I think if the 88 got out front, he might actually have a chance to get away, because the 66 is running as hard as he can, and he cannot get anywhere away from him. And I've listened in the in-car, and the 88 is pedaling the truck to stay off.
Ah, okay.
And I think that's what's worrying the 66. Is it's got a green feel to it. If he lets him get out front, he'll get away, and you may not be able to get him back.
Right. Very true. Well, like I said, they're coming up on some lap traffic here, so hopefully everything goes smooth with them. And they get
Butler's maybe going to look at this as an opportunity to try to go and do something. Use that lap truck.
Yeah, this that could come into play. You're right, but boy, Butler got a great run. Yeah, got him cleared finally. Yes, and Sullenberger going to push him down the backstretch. He's saying, "Thanks a lot, buddy."
Well, you got to do what you got to do to get by somebody.
Yeah, I think maybe Sean Butler just made another new friend. Sullenberger, him and Sullenberger racing so clean right there. I'm telling you. May have been a little communication, I don't know, in between them two. They're not in team speak together, but they could have been communicating on the track. You know, I don't know.
I've been listening to the driver chatter, and I hadn't heard an exchange between the two, but I mean, Butler saw an opportunity and took full advantage of it and worked out to his favor, and now he's put a couple truck lengths on the 66.
Oh, yeah. Well, them guys are up there racing. Well, let's go back through the field a little bit here. Doug Lemon's running in fifth as he did clear Rick Walker, and so did Stephen Pearson. So Stephen trying to work his way back up to the front. Started 11th today and running in 6th.
Trying to work his way through all this traffic and get to the pit stops. And
another one out of the race, Ron Coles. Dang, like you said, Roger, these guys are dropping like flies here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And now Butler's out there about 2/10, and he's actually holding that gap. So we'll see if Sullenberger's tires fall off even a little bit more. Butler may be getting away from him.
Well, he's in clean air right now, and that means a lot. That means a lot to these guys. That truck not upset by dirty air out front going to mean a big deal for these drivers.
Well, it didn't seem to affect his truck a whole lot when he was right up behind the 66 either. So I think his truck is just really good and works really well. So we'll see what he can do. Sullenberger has closed up about a truck length here.
Sean Butler's led 6 laps now, or 7, excuse me. Sollenberger's led 23, and David Lowe led 10. Doug Lemons led 1. When did
Butler got down, just rubbed the apron,
Yep.
and he had to roll up on it. So he'll give way right here and try to make the pass back.
Very, very good racing between them two. Lots of respect between them. And that's what we like to see. We like to see the respect out there on the track. You know, when you know two guys are, they're both that fast that they have pulled that far out away from third place back 3.4 seconds. That's a long ways. So you know these guys are very fast and racing each other good. And I think both of them are going to be probably looking for some kind of pit stop here before too much longer. This state in the game, Roger, 4 tires, definitely, right?
That's going to be a tough call. I mean, they pitted on about lap 11 or 12, so this should put 50 laps in there, 63. That leaves you about 30 laps. I don't know. It's going to depend because the tires don't really wear that bad still on the left sides of these trucks. It's going to be up to the driver's preference. 30 laps might be a little more than I want to run on 2 tires here, but some of these guys are more than willing to chance it. You can get a pretty good gap. You get about 6-7 seconds if you take 2 versus a guy that takes 4. So it'll be, like I said, a driver preference call. Myself, I'm probably going to take 4, but I'm going to pit probably in about the next 8 laps so that I've got plenty of time to let those 4 tires work for me.
Right. Nicholas Stone still on the lead lap, last one on the lead lap with a tore up Skag machine there, but still running lead lap, 26 seconds behind the leader. William Toney, we ain't talked too much about William Toney. He's kept that truck pretty clean today. Just got a couple little dents in the back there, but not too bad. Running 8th, doing a great job.
We're about to have a challenge here for 5th place in just a lap or 2, I think. Robleski has worked his way past Doug Lemons, and Pearson's been coming right with Robleski the entire time.
Yeah, so Pearson working his way up there on Doug Lemons. And, you know, no big surprise because Pearson...
Sean Butler on pit road.
Oh.
Sean Butler
Yes.
on pit road.
Yes, he is. And let's get down here and see if we can figure out. Let me get a better angle on it. Right side's going on.
Left
4
side's
tires.
going on too.
4 tire
Wow.
change. Good job. All right, he's away. Sollenberger out there in front. And nobody right behind him. Second place now, Mark Wright, back 4.6 seconds behind him. A long ways back there. Might not be too much longer. We'll see Sollenberger come down pit road.
On pit road right now.
Oh yeah, there he comes. I figured that was probably going to be not too far from it.
Yeah, he can't afford to stay out there very long, knowing that Butler's got a pretty equal truck and that he can. That he went in and took tires. I'm gonna watch and see if Sollenberger takes all 4.
Yeah. Right side's going on. He's taking 4.
Yes, he is. He's taking 4.
Doug Lemons on pit road now. Let's see what he's got in mind. I haven't seen anybody try the 2 tire change, but you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility here. Somebody might try it. Nope, 4 tires for Doug Lemons. And he's away. All right, well, that let Mark Wright get out front now and has led a couple laps.
And Sollenberger got on and off pit road way better than Butler, because Butler is probably 5 seconds back now.
Ooh, and Mark Wright coming down pit road after he led a couple laps. Let's see what he's got in mind for a pit strategy. Still looking for somebody to try that 2 tire change, knowing we don't have a whole lot of laps to go. But boy, I'll tell you what, 34 laps, 35, 36 laps to go. Still a lot of laps. 4 tires for Mark Wright. No, 2 tires. 2 tire change for Mark Wright. Oh, Roger, this throws a little bit of a clinker in the works now. Next, we still got David Lowe out front right now, and he'll be probably one of the next ones to come down pit road, as Stephen Pearson is right on his tail. Both of those guys would like to lead a lap, but they're probably trying to work on their pit strategy right now with their pit crew. And figure what they want to do. 2 tires, 4 tires. Man, I can't believe Mark Wright. 2-tire change for him. That's going to put
him. Well, I can see if that even works out a little bit for him.
Yep. And right now, Travis Sullenberger.
Pearson is going to have the lead this time.
David Lowe coming down pit road? No.
Yes.
Yes, he is coming down pit road.
So that'll put Pearson up to the lead.
Yes, sir. And that's just what he wanted. He wanted to get out and stay out there just long enough to lead a lap, I think. And we'll probably see him coming down pit road next. And when he does, that's going to relinquish the lead probably right back to Travis Sullenberger. But David Lowe coming off pit road now. Oh, yeah, here goes Pearson coming down pit road.
He got down there good. As long as he gets slowed down in time, that should be a good pit stop for him, a good entry for him.
We'll keep an eye on this and see how he does on his pit stop. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna try that 2-tire stuff.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't.
Good pit entrance.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to take 2. I mean, if he'd have run up to about lap 70 or 75, yeah, I take 2 tires. But he didn't do that. He's a smart guy. He knows better.
Yep, 4-tire.
Here he comes.
That's going to put him back right now in about 4th if he can get out. Paul Henley's coming up behind him. We haven't even talked about Paul today. But he does pass up Stephen Pearson, so Paul Henley in 4th. All right, let's get up here to the front.
He's back up to speed.
Travis Sullenberger out there ahead of Sean Butler by 1.3 seconds. So
Butler's actually closed that gap quite a good bit.
Yeah.
There was more of a gap before.
I would look for him to get up there and battle it up with Sullenberger before this is over, because they've still got about 31 laps to go. So lots of time for Butler to get up there and battle it up with Sullenberger. Mark Wright, 3rd place. He's back 3.9 seconds behind our leader. Great job for Doug Lemons in the 4th place. Paul Henley right behind him in 5th. Doug did get back by Paul Henley. Paul's got a little bit of damage on that truck, so he could be dealing with a little bit of aerodynamic problems. He's a little loose going into the turns. He's coming back on pit road. Paul Henley heading for pit road.
Interesting. I wouldn't have anticipated that.
He's been on pit road quite a few times, and I just think he's figured out that he's just not as fast as these guys. The way Doug Lemons went by him, he says, you know, something's wrong here aerodynamically or whatever, and he may be going to try to get some of that fixed up. I don't know. Right side's going on that truck. Going to be a 4-tire change, maybe a little bit of damage. No, 2-tire change. 2-tire change for the Henley machine. Sean Butler still closing that gap up now, down to 1 second behind Sullenberger. Got to start feeling the draft here pretty quick, Roger.
And he's running some really, really consistent lap times. A little faster every lap than the guy in front of him, so he might have made an in-race adjustment that really agrees with that truck.
And he's going to probably start using a little bit of the draft there off of, who's that right ahead of him? Steve Gugel. Steve Gugel giving him the room there on the high side, going through the tri-oval. And Sean's cut it down to 0.8 of a second, so he's coming quick, Roger.
He's making a lot of headway. Making him a little headway there. Still running sixes. He's deep in this run already. He's 10, 12 laps in this run. He's still running 28 sixes.
Yeah, let's see what this lap here. Sullenberger with a 28.7 and Butler with a 28.8, but he had to deal with a little bit of lap traffic there, so he did lose about 1/10 on him.
Yeah, he didn't get a break at the entry to the corner from Gugel, which is what he really needed to not be run wide.
Ooh,
Caution. That's a game changer.
Oh, yeah. What happened
Looking
here?
for the caution, and I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, I'm not picking up anything either here. I'm not picking up a thing. Kevin Davis maybe taking it out across the grass, losing it?
Yeah, that's got to be
That's
what
it.
was.
Okay. He got really loose coming off of turn 4 and slid it clear down across pit road.
And he took it in there, and even though you took it way in there, he took it into a spot where the game still recognizes that as an on track because it's part of the road course.
Yeah. So that's, yeah, he's coming off of turn 4 here. He really got loose. He was almost, oh, he did hit the wall. Yeah, he did hit the wall coming off of turn 4. He tried to, it looked like he tried to keep it off a track, but when he did, he slid it across the grass, across pit road, just barely missing the emergency vehicles right here. And oh man, if the fire truck would have been solid, he would have hit that fire truck. Whew, man, close call for him.
Yeah, all the leaders on pit road, they should put Nicholas Stone as the wave around truck or the Lucky Dog. I'm sorry.
Yep, Sean Butler, everybody. I think let's see, we're looking at Sean right now. He's taking 4 tires. But I think Sullenberger's going to beat him off of pit road. Doug Lemon's going to beat Sean off of pit road, maybe. Yes, Doug Lemon's out ahead of Sean Butler.
Probably a good thing for Butler. He probably needed to start third behind Sullenberger so they could get clear early.
Yeah, Doug Lemon's only took 2 tires, though.
Well, then that'll only hold things up a little for him.
Yep.
It's like a prop. For a couple laps, he'll be all right.
Well, this is good news for a couple of the drivers. William Toney, Steve Gugel get back on the lead lap. Possibly. Let's see. Paul Hanley and David Robleski are ahead of the leaders right now, so they'll get the automatic wave by here. And that'll put them both 1 lap down to the leader instead of 2, I believe. Yeah.
I think Hanley only is 1, isn't he?
No, he's 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin Davis, looks like Kevin out of the race, so we've got another one out. Down to 12 trucks left in the race, Roger. Well, you know, we ain't talked to anybody out there tonight, Roger.
Yeah, we actually haven't.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, we haven't any cautions, man.
Yeah, really. Well, this is caution number 3, which really is good.
Well, I guess let's open a channel and get down there and give somebody a yell on the track.
All right, hold on a minute here. All right, go ahead. If you want to talk to somebody.
David Lowe, Roger Wagner, MaxSpeedTV. You got a copy?
Yeah, man.
Well, man, this has been a pretty good race. Everybody being real courteous. A lot of room being given. We've learned a long green run there. How's your truck doing tonight, bud?
A little bit tight. Hoping the adjustments I made have freed up just enough to let me stay up here with them.
Yeah, you got out there, you took the lead for a few laps, and then we watched you kind of fall back. 2 tires, not the answer here tonight. Is that what we're seeing?
I'm going to take 4. Might as well. afraid to be too loose on 2, and I don't want to wreck the whole field.
Well, hopefully those adjustments will give you a little go forward, and we'll see you go from 5th there. Maybe we'll get a chance to holler at you on the podium at the end of the race. We appreciate your time talking to us tonight. Good luck.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, Rudy, we're going to form them up 2 by 2 right here.
Yes, sir. Get this thing underway again.
Still should have about 12 trucks running.
Yeah. The front 5 haven't really changed. Now, Pearson's got himself into the 6th place now. This could be a game changer for him right here. He started 11th, and here he is up to 6th and caught up to the field. Now, this could be different.
Yeah, we're getting into that 20 to go range, so it's time for him to start really working hard and getting up on the wheel. And that's kind of the way he races. He just kind of rides around for the first, 2/3 of the race. That last third's when he really gets up there and goes. So
yep, he sure
this
does.
will be a time for him to get on the podium. Going to have, about 21 laps to go when we take the green right here?
Yes, sir.
Still got 8 trucks on the lead lap. Everybody else 1 lap down. Pace car in. Sullenberger and Lemons waiting on that green flag, and there it is. Back underway, lap 7. 21 laps to go. Good restart. Nice and even the first couple rows. Butler really wants to get away from Lowe and get past Lemons as quick as he can, so he's going to make a charge at Sullenberger here.
Oh, Butler gets a little squirrely on the turn right there, but manages to slide it up into 3rd.
He's got to come in the inside. Dave Lowe's got his nose in there.
Doug Lemons. Lemons going to get into Lowe right there. Whoa.
Oh, looks like they're all going to save it.
Man, but David Lowe takes it down across the grass. Not sure if he's too happy about that, but that's going to put them 2 way back.
The curse lives. The curse lives.
Yes, sir. Sean Butler, Mark Wright, Steven Pearson, your front 4. Them guys all chasing Sullenberger out front. And the only one that's been able to do anything with Sullenberger, Ben Butler, but here he is 0.6 of a second with 19 laps to go. He's reeled them in before. Can he do it again?
Well, I think he's got the truck to do it. Doesn't look like he picked up any damage. He just barely got in the back of Lemons there and moved him a little bit. But he's gonna do everything he can to get that truck up there. He's got to wait for the tire pressure to come up, and that truck gets a little bit quicker.
He's closed it down to a 1/2 a second, a little under a 1/2 a second. So he is charging up. Sullenberger, boy, he's got the hammer down and doing everything he can to keep it out front. And boy, I'll tell you what, this is going to be good, Roger.
He's coming. Every time they come off the corner, you're going to watch him close up a truck length. 597 last lap he ran.
Man. Well, let's see here what Sullenberger's going to run this time.
572 that lap. Sullenberger was 76.
Yeah. So
Butler's coming. He's got the machine to get there. He knows he does.
Sullenberger, I bet you, is doing a lot of mirror driving right now because he knows Butler's there. He's probably not going to race him real hard. I'm sure he would probably just as soon take 2nd than to wreck them both out.
No, that's a race driver. He wants to win, so he's going to race him how he's raced him the whole race. I would be willing to bet my paycheck.
Well, he was giving him lots of room. If Sean got to the back bumper there and got the nose underneath him, Sullenberger was giving him plenty of room. But do you think maybe he might not do that so easily this time?
Yeah, I don't think he'll give him a whole lot of space. I think he'll race him extremely hard. He wants to win just as bad as Butler wants it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to come down to, who makes the first mistake as to who's going to end up winning this.
Oh, this is getting interesting now. Butler trying to figure out what he's got to do to get that bumper up the hill so he can get a nose down in underneath Sullenberger. He's got a pretty good run on him going down the backstretch here, but not enough. When he goes into the turn, he does lift.
He's just trying to make him work real hard, make him make a mistake. Travis is a pretty good driver. He's pretty smart. He'll do what he needs to stay there. But I think Sean's actually got a faster truck.
Yeah, and I think Sullenberger knows it too. As easily as Sean has closed up on him, he knows Sean's got a better truck. Sean's just waiting for that that right minute where he can stick that nose down there, maybe getting the tires just right, getting working at that, and trying to plan it up.
He just doesn't want to do it early.
Yep.
The draft is really big here, Rudy.
Yep.
If you get out there, the guy can draft right back by you. So what he wants to do is get there, make him work really hard. Sean's able to save just a little right now. He's wanting to push him and get some heat built up in the tires.
Here he goes, inside of Sullenberger.
I think you'll see this be a short-lived challenge if he doesn't clear him really fast here.
This could be interesting, though. He's got a good run that time, but Sullenberger coming back on the high side.
Sullenberger's getting a good angle through 3 and 4, and that's why he's able to stay right there. Butler would ease up the hill just a little and take him off that entry line. He might be able to clear him. He might be able to hold him.
And Butler led that lap, so well,
Sullenberger loose.
Yeah, a little squirrely there. Used the wall to kind of keep him steady. Well, Butler is just so smooth down there, and he's not even driving on his regular computer. He's sitting in a motel driving on a laptop. This is amazing.
Still doing a great job.
Yeah, and with a not so good a wheel, he bought off of somebody used, and he said it's not my wheel, but he said it's better than the one he first bought.
We're 10 to go right here, so can these guys keep this up for 9 more laps around this place?
Oh my God, I'm telling you, this is crazy.
This is great TV. I know that.
I'm telling you, it don't get no better than this right here, man. This is what you look for in real races, and here we are on a sim watching this and watching such a battle between two great drivers. I think Sean has definitely proved his worth in a lot of leagues around that he races in, man. There he goes. Just what he wanted. Sullenberger kind of got a little squirrely in the turn right there.
He washed up the hill just a little. Got a little too much heat, I think, in those tires. Now we'll see if the draft works and get Sullenberger back to it. But right now, Butler is really, really strong. This is the time when his truck is the best.
Yeah, he's out there in clean air now. Nobody in front of him. And Sullenberger knows, man, when he slipped up right there and Sean got a nose under him, he knew he was in trouble.
Now Butler just has to not make any mistakes, and he can probably keep him back there.
And he can use the whole track, He doesn't have to worry about Sullenberger on the outside of him. He can wash up the hill and do whatever he wants to, use that whole track to make his exit of the turn nice and smooth.
He's actually pulled out to about 5 truck lengths right here. It was 3 when the first lap that he got by him, so he's actually getting away a little bit.
Yep. So let's run back through the field while them two are up there settled in a little bit. Mark Wright in third. Steven Pearson way back here in fourth, 3.7 seconds. I don't think there's a chance of him getting up to the lead, but I think he's going to be happy with that finish. Rick Walker in fifth. Man, look at the job he has done today. Nicholas Stone had a lot of damage on that truck earlier, and I think he's been on pit road several times, got some damage fixed up on it, running in sixth. Doug Lemon's there after that little slip up with David Lowe, running in seventh. David Lowe now back here in eighth. Steve Gugel a couple of laps down in ninth. David Robleski 10th. William Toney in 11th, and Paul Henley taking up the rear of the field right now in 12th.
That's a 5 to go, coming down to 4 to go here, and Butler has actually extended his lead about a half a second now. Oh, and Sullenberger kills the
Oh,
wall in
yes,
turn
he
four.
did. Not good.
That pretty much hands it over to Butler. Now, can he hang on to second? That truck's got a bunch of damage on the right
Yes.
side now.
Yeah, let's take a look at that right front here for just a second. Yeah, he has got one heck of a lot of damage on there, Roger. I don't know. That's pretty clearly the whole front fender's caved in, and he is 1.7 seconds behind Butler now. I think it's pretty much safe to say that as long as Butler doesn't do anything wrong, it's going to be over. We're going to get up here to our leaders. He's coming around this time to take 2 to go. Man, what a job he has done. It just, man, he amazes me every time he's out on the track. I don't know why he don't go pro.
I think his tryout for the new team is giving him a shot here. I think he's probably going to pass that test.
White flag this time, Roger. Oh, and a caution is out.
It does not matter. He wins the race.
Oh, David Lowe and Steve Gugel into it. What happened there? Let's go back and take a
Looks
look
like
at that.
Gugel was wrecking way before Lowe got there, though. He was Lowe just killed him.
Oh,
Man.
Robleski got into the back of Gugel right there. Just barely touching him. But let's get up here. Sean Butler going to win it here today. Wow, what a battle. I'm telling you, Roger, I haven't seen racing like that in a long time.
That was some great racing by those two, door to door for that many laps, that many times, and no one wrecked. That was really, really good racing.
Man, I can't wait to talk to them guys. We might have to maybe, let's see. Sean's
We can
in
have Butler
TeamSpeak,
here.
but,
Yeah, we have Butler here.
So great job by Sean Butler. Congratulations coming off of turn 4 here and bringing it to the finish line. Sean Butler for the win here at Charlotte at Midnight Motorsports.
I will grab him real quick, and then we'll let the other guys know the win and grab them on track.
Oh, okay. Sean Butler, you got a copy.
I got you, Rudy. What's up, buddy?
Wow, what a race, buddy. Congratulations on a well-deserved win. I'm telling you what, that was amazing racing. Roger and I were just talking about that in the booth here before you come in, that we haven't seen racing like that in a long, long time. You and Travis Sullenberger put on one heck of a show, brother.
That's what we're here for, baby. It was an awesome job. Me and Travis really raced hard up front there for the lead. It was just hard to get by on the bottom side. He was so good on the top. And on that last restart, I took no fuel, dropped the wedge one click, man, and it was fast. I knew I had to get in front of him.
Yeah, we watched you. You were clicking off quite a bit of time there. He got out ahead a little ways, and you were reeling him in by a tenth or two every lap. And man, when you closed up on his bumper, we figured you were just going to ride there for a while, because if you passed too early, then he would just reel you right back in, because the draft is so strong. So, but you played your cards just right. Once you got that truck out into clean air, Sean, you were like a bullet, and it was just nonstop, man. Awesome job. That was just amazing racing, brother.
Yeah, thanks. I feel bad for what happened to Doug there on that restart. I was right up on his bumper. I was trying to maintain that third spot over, I think it was David Lowe down there, and I wasn't expecting him to get off the gas as quick as he did there, getting into 3, and I feel bad about that. But other than that, it was a great race, I think, and everyone raced really clean, and me and Travis, but just a lot of side-by-side racing there. I didn't want to use it up there too early. I pushed him out far enough to get ahead of Mark that we weren't too close together when I started racing them, and it just worked out.
Well, that was a great job by you and Travis Ollenberger. Man, what a finish for him too. He did tap the wall a couple times, and that last one really did some damage on that truck. And we were afraid maybe he was going to get passed up for second place, but he maintained. And good job by both of you guys putting on one heck of a show, Sean. Anybody you want to say hello to or give a thank you to?
I just thank you guys up there in the booth doing a great job all the time. I always watch after the fact so I can hear what you guys are saying and everything. I enjoy watching. Just thanks to Rick for putting these on. And thanks, Travis, for running me clean there. We had a great time.
All right, Sean, thanks for talking with us, buddy, and hang out with us because we'll talk to you afterwards.
Sounds good.
All right, Roger, you want to get down there and talk to Travis on the track? Go for it.
Yeah. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Travis Ollenberger, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you and Sean Butler put on a heck of a show for all the fans and for Rudy and I up here in the booth tonight. Door to door, as many times as you guys did it for as many laps. Man, tell us about the race, man.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I couldn't get a Q lap in for whatever reason. I kept wrecking myself in qualifying, so I had to start in the back, and then a couple of wrecks happened before I knew it. I was up there in the top 5 just from staying out of the stuff and coming out of the pit road in 5th, and then I got to race up there, and it was a lot of fun running side by side with Sean. He was probably getting a little frustrated with me there. I keyed up, wanted me to let him go, but we were out there by ourselves, so I was racing him for everything I had.
Yeah, we were watching, and Rudy and I kind of discussed some of that. It is racing, and after all, you're all out there to do the same thing. You're all out there to try to win, and man, it was a great show for all of us. We really enjoyed watching that. I saw that you didn't get to post a queue time, and I figured it was something like that. Maybe you're having a little trouble with the qualifying, but other than that, it seemed like everything kind of went your way, except for he just really kind of worked you really good there, and then you whacked the wall off a 4 on that last run. But man, second place, you took a hiatus from the league for a little while. Your first run back, you ran out front for a lot. It was good to be back.
Yeah, definitely it was good to be back. I think Sean made an adjustment there on pit road, and I felt like I was pretty good where I was. I didn't want to make an adjustment to hurt the truck or make myself wreck. It was real sketchy on the restarts going down into 1 and 2, so I didn't want to do anything that hurt that for sure. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun racing.
Well, it's good to see you back out here. You're really strong all night long, and I know second isn't a win, but second doesn't suck. It's better than getting wrecked out. Anybody you need to say thank you to or give a shout-out to tonight?
All the guys that won up, I run practice laps with Mark Wright all the time. We go out and try to get ourselves prepared for the race, and Mark Russell always helps out with the setups, and I think we had Jared Crawford help us a little bit here this week for the setup.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you talking to us, and congratulations on second again. We look forward to seeing you next week at Chicago.
Thanks, bud. Thanks, guys, for putting this on for us.
All right, Rudy, you want to grab Mark, right?
Yes, sir. Mark Wright, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Mark Wright, first, congratulations on your third place here tonight, but tell us about your race and how you kept that thing up toward the front all night.
Thanks. I just drove it for all it had at that point. I got a little piece of damage from that first lap spin. Couldn't avoid that. And the truck was down on speed from that point, so just kept the foot in the gas and tried to keep it out of the wall the best I could.
Well, that restart there after that caution, we had a couple guys get kind of tangled up together. You managed to make it through that okay. You and Sean racing it up there for the second place. Can you tell us about that and what you seen?
Yeah, they were mixing it up, and I decided not to stick my nose in there because I knew I had already had damage, and I just wanted to get the best finish I possibly could at that point. So I just figured, you know what, I don't want to make a mistake here. So I just backed out a little bit. I thought I'd be able to stay there with the draft, but, you know, I was not able to.
Well, Travis and Sean definitely were the class of the field out there with that racing. They proved that side by side for many, many laps, and you kind of had fallen back just a little ways there out of their draft, but you held on to third. Congratulations to you on that, Mark. Great job tonight. A lot of fun racing, a lot of fun watching. You guys have a good time out there. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Thanks, Rudy. Yeah, thank One Up Motorsports. Got to thank Mark Russell, Jared Crawford, helped us quite a bit there. Midnight Motorsports and MaxSpeedTV for putting these on. So thanks, guys.
All right, Mark, thanks for talking with us. And again, congratulations on your third place tonight. Great job.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, Roger, let's run down through the results and we'll get the heck out of here. Sean Butler led 19 laps tonight. Most importantly, the last
one. Did we lose Rudy?
Uh-oh.
He got lost on pit road. Or he found the hot dog.
No, sorry. I had my mic muted so I wasn't echoing in your ear. But we'll run down through the results real quick here. Sean Butler led 19 laps. Travis Sullenberger led 50 laps tonight, so great job by him. But he didn't lead the last one. That was the most important one, led by Sean Butler, winning here tonight. Great job. Mark Wright led a couple. Stephen Pearson led a couple. Doug Lemons led one. David Lowe led 13 laps. So great race by all these guys out here. We had 5 cautions total for 94 laps, 15 lead changes. And I think most of them lead changes, Roger, were between Sean and Travis out there for sure.
I don't know. Every lap they could have changed because they were just so close together. But it was great. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, it was. All right. Sean Butler, of course, our winner. Travis Sullenberger finishing almost 2/10 behind him in second place. Mark Wright back almost a second, finishing third. Stephen Pearson fourth. Rick Walker, great finish for Rick, finishing fifth. Nicholas Stone sixth. Doug Lemon seventh. David Robleski eighth. Good comeback for David. Yeah. William Toney 9th, Paul Henley 10th. Roger?
David Lowe finishes 11th, 12th to Steve Gugel. Kevin Davis finishes 13th, Ron Coles 14th. Matt Watkins in the 15th position, 16th to Brian Viola. Mark Russell, really bad night for Mark. He finishes 17th, Joe Holt 18th. Marty Sponsler, someone we're not used to seeing finish outside the top 5 or 6, finishing 19th tonight, 20th to Jason Sizlove, and that was our field tonight. We ended up with only 20 drivers, Rudy.
Yeah, well, very good. And again, congratulations to Sean Butler for a fantastic race out there. Man, I'm telling you what, Roger, that was some of the best racing that I have seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. And there was a lot of really good battles from various spots in the field. But that battle up front between those guys side by side, we don't get to see that nearly often enough. And the guys in this league are plenty capable of doing that week in and week out. So, you know, maybe going forward, I mean, next week, Chicago, and that's another place where you actually can run side by side if old trucks are working well and drivers can manage it. But, you know, we'll see what next week holds. We'll see if Butler can back up his win this week.
Absolutely. All right, well, thanks for watching here on MaxSpeedTV. Appreciate all you viewers, and we will see you next week there for Midnight Motorsports at Chicago. And we will see you tomorrow night for another broadcast here on YouTube. Thanks for watching.